Hey guys, Super Chris Productions here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on another commission figure. It is classic Cyclops. This is for someone on Instagram. If he wants me to, I'll link his Instagram page down below. I usually keep everyone anonymous unless they're friends or something. Then I'll let you guys know who they are so you go check out their channels and stuff. Most of the time I do that. Sometimes I keep them anonymous. But, so this is Cyclops. I'll give you a full 360 of this guy, so you can see everything. This is another really simple figure, really simple to do. I used, as you can see, the regular, sleepy hair, I think it is, or messy hair, brown hairpiece. I sculpted the visor, as you can see. This thing was sculpted in 3 different pieces, because I sculpted the front piece that goes, the visor piece that goes around over the face, and then I took 2 little balls and pressed them down onto the sides, and I was able to smooth them out. I painted them up so they look connected. They don't really look separate, even though I would have liked for a separate look. And I pressed in the middle and then painted it in red, and the whole thing is sealed just so the paint doesn't come off and my background keeps falling over on me. If I take off his the head sometimes gets stuck to the inside. If I take off the head, I attempt to take off the head. Okay, so I don't think the head's gonna come out. Let's see if I loosen it up a bit. There we go. This eye keeps getting a mess. I don't know why. But see, you can see I'm removing the head. You can see the inside. I didn't paint the inside since it would just rub off anyway, and you're not going to see it. So it doesn't really matter, but I took a regular head. I don't know what head this is, but just took this normal head. I painted it in blue. I sealed that over so the hair wouldn't remove any of the paints. I painted the eyes in red, which keeps coming off for some reason, but since I sealed them, I can't really go over it that much. So hopefully that's not a problem. And if I take off the head, you can see the electrical tape straps that I made that go over his chest and his back and shoulder. I painted little black lines on each of those. I sealed them over, painted a little X symbol there. Like 3 layers of electrical tape here. One strap, one other strap that goes over the shoulder, and that one there. And something I did, this is my first time actually sculpting muscles onto a figure. So I sculpted the muscles at the top of the chest, and I think it turned out really good for my first time. I also sealed that over since I painted it blue, so the blue would match with the rest of the blue. I think it does match better with it sealed. It looks more like it matches, even though you can't tell it's like a separate piece. But it does match a lot better. And I can remove the torso from legs. You can see I didn't sculpt all the way down to the bottom because I did have to sculpt this belt. And I didn't paint the inside of the belt either. Paint would rub off. Anything that has to rub, paint ends up coming off anyway, so I didn't paint it, plus it's going to be concealed anyway. But, yeah, you can see the belt. I left space in there. I did have to add another piece of electrical tape back here because I cut it too short. But when you put the legs on, it does get covered by the belt. And then his arms were just plain yellow hands, and then I took yellow electrical tape and glued it around the wrist to make his gloves seem extended. And his legs, I painted the top of the legs in yellow. Well, first I painted them in black, and then just like to give it like a black line effect, and then like an outline around it, and then I painted it in yellow. I painted it over like twice. And then I sealed it, and I painted the bottom under the legs yellow too. And his legs can move. This one's a bit tight for some reason, but they can bend. The paint won't come off. They're sealed. And then for around his legs at the bottom, you can see I wrapped these electrical tape pieces around them. Yellow electrical tape, and then I painted a black line and little buttons to be like, because he has like these straps that go around his legs. And I'm sure you guys have seen classic Cyclops before, but and his boots Painted them in yellow. I had to go over certain spots where the yellow thinned out, made it a green color because of the blue. Sealed that over, didn't paint the bottom. Most figures, I don't paint the bottom of the shoes because it will eventually rub off. Only certain ones I'll do it. If I make figures for other people, I usually don't paint the bottom because it comes off too easily. If it's for me, since I can just keep touching it up every time it scrapes off, I'll do it. But yeah, so that's about it for this Cyclops figure, and not much else for me to say. Other than, I really like how he turned out. I mean, the belt, I don't think I talked about the belts, but, I think I did forget to talk about the belt. But I put a slab of Procreate on there, and then I cut lines into it to make the pouches, and then I made this piece for the X symbol. And the same thing, put a slab, and then cut lines to make the pouches. But, that's about it. All I have to say for the belt, all I have to say for this figure. Other figures I'm working on, like I mentioned in the last video, Kylo Ren, and I'm knocking over my whole set here. Kylo Ren, Rey, Ruby figures, Team Ruby, still not done. And, sorry about that. Ruby's not fully sticking to the stand. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. And, Zwei, the new, thing from Ruby that I've made. Yang, still not done. Weiss complete. Blake is complete, I guess you could say. I do want to redo the eyes, I think. I should redo the eyes. But that's, Team Ruby. Other figures. Since I'm recording this video right after I recorded this showcase on this commission of the Civil War Tony Stark, I don't really know how this is going to go, but if nobody's guessed yet who this is it's another anime figure, I'll say. I mean, I'm sure you guys already knew it was an anime figure, but some sort of anime figure. But if you guys can guess who she is, what her name is, and everything, I mean, I'm sure you can get by this little rifle here, knockoff sniper rifle that I have. I'm sure you guys should be able to guess. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out. But, and something new I'm doing, I sanded curves into this torso, as you can see. It's a new thing I'm doing, but, among other things, that I'm trying out. And then here's some other Ruby figures that I'm working on. As you can see, here's Roman Torchwick. I updated his hair. As you can see, I'll probably mention this again, but, here's Cinder. Her hair is sculpted, her dress is made. I just gotta make her sleeve, and then finish gold lines on her dress, and make, like, those ropes that she has at the bottom of her dress. You guys have probably seen Cinder, those of you who watched the show. And then here's Crow. He's less than half done, I'd say. And Winter, and this was the first figure I sanded curves into the torso. Not as good as this one. Doesn't look as good as Winter's torso, but, I did place an order for area light curved torsos, which I plan to use on my Civil War figures, as I plan to use it on Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, any other female figures I make from Civil War, or any other female figures I do. Like the newer figures are gonna have that I make, newer female figures are gonna have curved torsos. Team Ruby, I'm thinking of replacing their torsos after I get their curved torsos. I don't know what I'm gonna do with their current ones. Been thinking of entirely replacing these with new ones, redoing them over before the showcase. Hopefully the showcase and the torsos will be done and everything will be here before the finale of Ruby Season 5. And here's Drax, a new figure I finished for Civil War. Not going to showcase him till Civil War. I'm just getting my Civil War figs done early. And then Black Panther, sculpted the mask. So basically all the figures that I'm working on, just so you guys know that I'm working on stuff. I'm not inactive or anything, going inactive, because I haven't really posted much in a while. And, move this lightsaber out of the way. But, yeah, guys, so that's about it for this figure. Really hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe for more custom minifigures, time-lapse builds, stop motions, and yeah, that's basically about it. And if you're wondering about Avengers Episode 2, that's coming. I don't know when, but that is coming. Hopefully you guys didn't forget about it. I'm sure a lot of you have. But yeah, bye.